Hello and welcome. My name's Marianne Roberts from Express Media, and we're looking at the Harmoniser fabric pack of fat quarters today. It's always a thrill to get a new packet of fabric and a wonderful dilemma to work out what to do with the fabric when you have it. So we're just looking at one idea of what to do with the fat quarter packs today. The Harmoniser pack is 20 fat quarters, which all come in different colour ranges. So today we're making a quilt that's going to appear in Australian Patchwork and Quilting magazine, and it's a medallion style quilt. The centre has been designed and made by the editor of AP&Q, Elaine Rose, and we're going to be making blocks to go around it as well. As you can see from the applique block that Elaine has made, she's used the fabrics from the pack and made this gorgeous floral design, which she's actually worked blanket stitch applique with. And what she's done with the blanket stitch applique is used 2 strands of embroidery thread in colours to match the fabric being appliqued as distinct from the background fabric. Then the block has been placed on point using the pink prints, and it works very, very well. Around that centre block we're going to be making 2 fairly easy blocks, the snowball block and the 9 patch. So the snowball block looks a little bit like this, and the 9 patch block goes in between. And to make these we use some rotary cutting techniques. The first cut with rotary cutting is the most important cut, and what I'm doing first is, we always cut across the width of the fabric, so I want to cut absolutely perpendicular to the selve edge. So the selve edge is the edge along the fabric that doesn't fray. So I take the selve edge and I line it up with the opposite side of the fabric, in this case it's a fat quarter, and make sure that that's really good and smooth, and then I'll fold it a second time so that the selve edge is now parallel with the first fold, but with the first fold slightly showing along there. Place the fabric on the cutting board and make 1 cut so that I know that it's a really good straight cut. Aligning the line of the rotary cutting ruler with the edge of the fabric, and then cut. Always cutting away from you. Then take the ruler off, pick up the rotary cutting board and the fabric and turn it around, not just the fabric, and then make the second cut. So if you're right-handed, you're actually cutting across the fabric from left to right. And in this example, if we're making 5-inch squares, we line up the 5-inch mark on the ruler with the cut edge of the fabric, and making sure that another line at the top of the ruler is right on that fold line, and then cut again. Always put the cover back on the rotary cutter after you've cut for safety. And then to cross cut the squares, open out the fold and then cut off the selve edge side. Again, turning the fabric and the board around, and cut again. And we know that we've got 5-inch squares.